Hey, I'm Mika, and I wanted to share all the things I think you should pack on your next trip to Japan in the winter time. I'm also going to share some of the things I think you're going to regret bringing, so hopefully you can just leave it at home and not have to deal with that. I think packing for Japan in the fall and winter can be a little bit overwhelming just because the weather can change so much from region to region, and hopefully this guide will help you pack smarter, lighter, and alleviate some of that travel anxiety. So let's start with what you should pack on your trip to Japan. So the first thing you definitely should pack is outerwear. The winter time can be anywhere from 0 to 10 degrees Celsius or 32 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit in most major cities, but obviously that gets colder as you go up north. So for this time, I would switch to a thicker wool pea coat. They offer more warmth, they are fashionable, and they aren't too bulky to carry around everywhere. If you are going up north like Hokkaido or the Alps, you're definitely going to want to bring a warmer option, so probably a puffer jacket or a down jacket. But in Honshu, the temperatures tend to be a little bit more mild comparably, so I would just recommend bringing a wool pea coat. Bonus tip, you can always bring a packable down jacket in your suitcase, something really light like a shell, and these are really great because they don't add much bulk, they are quite light, and they don't take up a lot of space in your suitcase, so it's not a big thing to carry around with you, and it's definitely good especially if you're going from different climates throughout Japan. The second thing you're going to need to pack, which is tops and basically layerable pieces. I would recommend bringing a few t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and other tops that are layerable. I would upgrade it to more thermal base layers or heat tech versions of some of these pieces. I'd also upgrade light cardigans to thicker, warmer sweaters. I'd focus on bringing warmer fabrics like cashmere, wool, or fleece. I'd also recommend bringing a few tank tops that are easy to put under sweaters, sweatshirts, whatever, that keep a nice warm base. Again, this is all up to your cold tolerance, so keep this all in mind. The third thing you need to bring is bottoms. I would recommend full-length trousers, long jeans, longer skirts with tights. They are really stylish and a lot of girlies in Japan wear them, so you'd also fit in perfectly. Focus on thicker materials like wools, thicker denims. I'd also opt for upgrading tights to thermal leggings or heat tech tights, and obviously wear these under skirts and dresses, but I'd also recommend wearing them under pants if it gets too cold. Look for fleece lined tights or heat tech leggings to retain heat. The fourth thing you need to bring are accessories, warm accessories. So go for thicker knit scarves. I would recommend leather gloves. I like to thrift my leather gloves. You can find them pretty cheap in estate sales at thrift stores, so I'd recommend this, and I find them much better than any kind of polyester alternative, but again, any glove is fine. And I would recommend warmer knit hat, maybe a wool thicker hat. I'd also recommend thicker thermal socks, any wool socks, any cashmere socks. They're also important. They keep your feet warm. They're good especially if you're out and about in the cold for a long time. I'd recommend bringing bags or purses that are either a crossbody that's larger, that will accommodate the larger coats you might be wearing, or larger totes, because then you can also carry your accessories like your hats, gloves, whatever in the tote when you're in a store or going around in a restaurant and you don't lose things. That's a big one. Moving on to shoes. So like every other season in Japan, you're going to be walking a lot, so make sure you bring comfortable walking shoes. I've emphasized this many times in previous videos, but you might be walking 10 to 20,000 steps a day just if you're out touristing, traveling, whatnot. So make sure you are bringing shoes you can walk in. So sneakers, loafers, ankle boots are great, but make sure they're comfortable. There is potential for snow and slush in areas like Kyoto, Nikko, and definitely Hokkaido. So if you're going to these places and there's a potential for snow in your forecast before you go, I would recommend bringing a waterproof lug sole boot that is able to walk in snow or ice. The sixth thing you need to bring is skincare and essentials. For the winter, it does get a lot drier, so make sure to bring maybe a face cream, heavier lip balm, hand cream. Again, all these things you can buy in Japan. The skincare scene in Japan is insane, so don't feel bad if you don't bring these things. You can always buy it. Now, the seventh thing is just a list of travel essentials. These are things that I've talked about in previous packing videos, so I'm just going to quickly go over them just in case. No matter the season, always bring a portable charger. You're going to need it daily when you're traveling about, using your phone, taking pictures, taking videos, using Google Maps to find your next location. Your phone's going to die by the end of the day, and definitely I recommend bringing a portable charger. The next thing is a reusable shopping bag. I've talked about the Schuhpattel bag like insane how many times I've mentioned this bag, but I do really love it and I do recommend it. It's nice to have as a shopping bag when you're traveling throughout Japan, and it's also a really good thing to have when you have garbage. So in Japan, they don't have garbage cans that many places, and you are responsible for taking care of your own garbage and disposing of it properly. So many people have to carry around their garbage almost all day depending on when they can find the next trash can. So to carry around your stuff in a little reusable bag is much easier and better than carrying a plastic bag or just carrying your garbage in your hands. So I would definitely recommend having one of these, bringing one of these, or if you're in Japan and want a Schuhpattel bag, buying one of these. And the last thing is a plug adapter. Japan uses type A plugs. A lot of US Canadian products will probably work if they have the same prongs, but for plugs that one side is larger or for plugs that have like the third prong, they will not work and you will need an adapter. Also for people from the EU or the UK, you are going to need an adapter. All right, moving on to the second section. This is everything I think you're going to regret bringing with you on your trip. The first thing I think you're going to regret bringing is packing too much clothing. This is something everybody struggles with. This is something I struggle with. When you're packing, be really cognizant of like, will you wear this outfit? Do you wear this in your regular life? If you don't, you probably won't wear it in Japan. Is this thing comfortable? Are you going to wear it more than once when you're in Japan? So keep these things in mind. And if the answer is like, no, I'm not going to wear that more than once, no, that's not comfortable, don't bring it. Now, the second thing you're going to regret bringing, it's kind of similar to too much clothing, but it's the type of clothes you bring. You're going to probably regret bringing too much bulky sweaters and multiple jackets. So I would recommend that one coat is enough for your trip, especially if you're going for any less than 2 weeks. You only really need one coat that is versatile, that matches everything, that's warm. It is not worth it to have so many different outerwear options because they are heavy, they are bulky, they take up so much space in your suitcase, and they're just a burden when you're traveling back and forth. For the bulky sweaters, especially in the wintertime, you might think, oh, I'm gonna need these things. I would err on the side of lighter, warmer fabrics like cashmere, thinner wools. They keep you warm, they don't take up too much space, they are lighter. I think it's all about minimizing the stress of your suitcase when you're traveling. I really like this knitted sweater. It's a great turtleneck, but it's so heavy. It takes up so much space in a suitcase. This is not something I would recommend bringing. The third thing you're gonna regret bringing is heavy boots. You're gonna be walking a lot, so make sure you avoid bringing any heavy, uncomfortable boots just for fashion's sake. So for me, an example of this are these really cute Doc Martens that I have. They are number one, very uncomfortable. If I wear them for too long, they cause me blisters every single time. Two, they are a huge pain to get on and off. And the third thing is they are super heavy. The alternative to this are these lug sole boots. They are very comfortable. They are easy to slide on and off. I have worn them to many places traveling in the wintertime. They are great. They are heavy, but I always wear these on the plane instead of putting them in my suitcase. The fourth thing is too much technology. Unless you're a filming professional, I would say filming with your phone is enough. It is lightweight, it's discreet, and you always have it with you without having to carry another thing. I'd leave any extra cameras, tripods, or even an iPad, especially if you have a really busy trip where you're going the whole time. You're not gonna have time to like watch TV or whatever, so try and minimize as much as you can on the tech front because you're going to be so happy when you don't have to carry a 50-pound backpack with you on the train. The final section is just a few quick bonus tips to help make your trip a little bit smoother. You can buy almost anything once you're in Japan, especially from Uniqlo, GU, Muji, Don Quijote department stores. If you're cold at any point in your trip, you can always buy clothing or hats or gloves or whatever at places like Uniqlo. Uniqlo is also really known for their heat tech options. So if you need base layers, they are a really great place to go to. They're also a place I go to when I'm traveling in other foreign countries that happen to have a Uniqlo. Especially in Japan where the prices are even cheaper, I would highly recommend this as an option. The only thing is if you have things that are pertinent to you, like I've mentioned in a previous video, for me it's contacts, if it's medications, whatever, make sure you bring that. But everything outside of that, you can always buy it, so don't be so hard on yourself. Leave space in your suitcase. If that's the only thing you get from this video, make sure you do that. You're gonna want to shop Everybody shops when they're in Japan. It is a shopping mecca. So just give yourself a little bit of space because future you is going to be so grateful that you did. And that's it. That's everything I think you should bring with you on your next trip to Japan in the wintertime, and everything I think you should leave home with you. I hope you like this video. If you do go to Japan in the fall or wintertime, let me know below what you regret bringing. Let me know below what you thought was a lifesaver. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.